Hello, Gemini. How are you? This is Dee from Consciously Focused Tarot. I'm bringing you your reading for your love reading for March 2018. I hope you did okay with the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse influences that we all had to deal with over the last couple of months. Hopefully, for some of us, had some shocking surprises, either at the lunar eclipse, or sometimes they say that if nothing happened at the lunar eclipse, which was the 31st of January, you may feel something a month late, something may happen, or you may have an event a month later, which would be the end of February, beginning of March. And then after the lunar eclipse on February the 15th, we had the solar eclipse. So hopefully things will start to settle down and the dust will start to settle. And I'm sure that for a lot of us, there were some surprises and some changes and some situations that we've had to deal with that came at us out of the blue. So just a quick synopsis about the Mercury retrograde that we're expecting on May the 22nd or the 23rd, depending on what country you live in. Okay, so they say that you start to feel the Mercury retrograde maybe a week before it actually happens, when there really is a slowdown. Mercury governs, all forms of communication, electronics, machinery with moving parts, that type of thing. So at that time, they say it's a good time to prepare, make sure that your computers, your laptops and everything else are backed up. You have, your virus software and that type of thing, all up to date. They say it's not a good time to sign contracts or launch anything new, but it is a good time to go back and complete tasks that you previously started. Go back in, look at those, tweak them, revise them, improve them. And even for relationships, for reconciliations of relationships and healing from past relationships. Also, or anything that's going on in a current relationship that keeps resurfacing, it's also a good time to heal at that time in the Mercury retrograde. And also they say that people from your past may resurface, people you haven't seen for a long time. All of a sudden you get a text or an email or a phone call. Hey, I'm in town, what you doing? Someone you may not have spoken to in a couple of years. This is also a good time for people who had broken up to get closure. It doesn't mean that you need to get back together again, but if there wasn't closure, you can use the Mercury retrograde time for closure. Okay, so that was my little spiel about planetary influences. Gemini. So this reading is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so the first love oracle cards we have for you is Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So it could be that you may go out of town, you may go on a staycation, or you may just stay at home and cuddle up with a book, or go to a spa or something like that. Okay, but it's time to disconnect from the world, it says, either alone or with your partner. The second card is Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. And then the second one, which was at the bottom of the deck that I put there, is Unrequited Love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So it seems to me as though there are at least 2 or 3 groups here. Okay. So you just have to see, Gemini, which group you resonate with, or there may be an overlap between these 2 groups here. Okay, so the first card is the King of Pentacles. This is someone who is probably a successful business person. They're successful in their career, they're wealthy, they're well-to-do, they're very stable financially, okay? And the next card is a Page of Wands. So this can be a younger person. It can also be a message coming in about a new creative endeavor or project, okay? And then the next card is the Empress. So this is, she's like a mother archetype. She's very grounded and connected to nature. She also represents fertility, beauty, and grace and abundance. This is a good card to have. So someone out there may be pregnant, you may be expecting. If you're not, be careful, because some of you may be very fertile at this time. And the next card we have is children. So that is very appropriate here under the Empress. So this is a love reading. So you may be a couple that already has children. Some of you may want children. Someone may actually be pregnant right now. Okay. Oh, very nice. We've got the Two of Cups, the Lovers. Beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful card. Okay, so that is under this group here of attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So some of you are going to meet someone new, or this could be an intensity of your affections and love in a current relationship, okay, that may be growing. You know, it could be maybe has grown from just dating or friendship to falling in love and finding that soul connection. This can be with friends too. It can be with your children, because it's next to the Children's card and the Empress card, and the Page of Wands can be a younger person. So this can also be within, you know, your children. Okay. All right. Oh, and the next card under the King of Pentacles is the Nine of Pentacles. So it looks as though here we have, oh, and at the bottom of the deck, sorry, it was reversed. I turned it around accidentally. The bottom of the deck, we have Two of Pentacles. So it looks as though someone is going to stop juggling two people. Okay, or maybe someone has been juggling work and family, and I don't know, maybe someone has decided to, in this group here, they may have decided to stay home with the family and be a stay-at-home mom, okay? Over here, we have two people here that are very material conscious, okay? They're very material conscious, you know, about their business, their financial and career stability, their independence. This usually is typically a very self-sufficient single woman. So it could be that in this group, some of you may be dating, but you have decided to put your career and material stability and security first, okay? And you may have made that decision because there was unrequited love in the situation for some of you. So because there was unrequited love, where maybe one of you felt more about the other person than they did about you, okay? Somehow the chemistry may have died in the relationship. There is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, and it may have died because both of you here are just sorry, it was like this. Both people here, and these are both earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. It's like you're focusing on the Benjamins, okay? So you probably didn't have time for love. So because of that, the relationship or the chemistry you had died, okay? And in the middle here, It looks as though there is definitely a blossoming love here, where there is a lot of chemistry, and there is romantic love and excitement, and they are enjoying the connection. Okay, and over here, like I said, we've got someone, this is more family oriented. You may be going away on a retreat or a staycation or something with your family. Okay, Gemini. Did I say this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Well, it is. You should know this by now, right? So I repeat it ad nauseum. Also, some of you could be pregnant or very fertile at the moment, or wanting children. Okay. So from these three groups, like I said, you know, a choice has been made. Over here, someone may have made a choice to give up work or take a part-time job and focus on the family, have children. Okay. Here, there's definitely a new romance or a relationship that is going to another level in the emotional, you know, the emotional and the love connection. Definitely has gone up to another level here. It's a beautiful connection. And here, these people here are thinking about their money and their financial security, so there's unrequited love. Okay, these cards, I just had a reading for Pisces just like this, where everything's as plain as day. I'm not going to do any confirmation cards. I'm trying to keep these readings down to, you know, a reasonable length. I don't want them to keep going into 45 minutes all the time. I think I'm getting a lot better at getting to the point more quickly, and telling you what it is, you know, the bottom line of what it is that you would really like to hear. So this is Gemini. This is for your March reading. You just have to decide which category you belong into, because it looks like there are 3 different storylines here. Okay, so if this reading resonated with you, please leave your comments below and share it with me. I'd love to hear. Please, as usual, like, share, and please definitely subscribe if you enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you. And I really appreciate you supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm out. D from Consciously Focused Tarot. Namaste.